Motion is best observed by relating objects to some fixed reference in the field of view. The most obvious fixed reference is the ground itself, but in the air, clouds may provide the reference image. Movement along the line of sight toward or away from the viewer is perceived by the progressive change in the size of the image. Depth perception, or the judgment of distance of objects in your field of view, is a function that is performed when the eye transmits subconscious cues to the brain. These cues may be either monocular, requiring the use of only one eye, or binocular cues, requiring the use of both eyes. The first binocular cue is convergence. This is the mental measurement of the muscular action required to converge the two eyes so they fixate on the object. The nearer the object, the more convergence is required. The second binocular cue is stereopsis. Stereopsis results from the fact that each eye sees a slightly different view of the fixated object. Mentally, these views are combined to form an image having depth dimension. Furthermore, other objects in the field will be seen as double images. The more distant ones will appear separated, while closer objects will appear crossed. You are not usually aware of the double image effect, since your brain subconsciously merges the two images. At distances greater than about 1/3 of a mile, distance judgment is accomplished by monocular cues, which work equally well with either eye. One monocular cue is the relative size of known objects in the visual field. The nearby object appears larger than the more distant object. Another monocular cue is aerial perspective. Nearby objects are seen clearly, while distant objects are less distinct in shape or brightness and tend to lose color. Haze, fog, or smoke will have the same effect. This may cause gross errors in distance judgment. Linear perspective is another common distance cue. Parallel lines such as the edges of the runway appear to converge in the distance. The greater the convergence of these lines, the more distant is the runway. Overlapping contours is a monocular cue often employed to determine relative positions of two or more objects. The partially hidden object is obviously the more distant one. Motion parallax is one of the most commonly observed cues. When you're in motion, nearer objects will appear to move by faster than distant objects. In fact, if you fixate on a nearby object, the farther distant objects will appear to move in the same direction you're moving.